Goodbye, it's your boy TaiquanGaming. Back with another video. Back on Motorfest. Let's get into it. We got the BMW playlist. Get up out the grass with it. M4 go crazy. You guys wanna know what kind of BMW don't crash the M4. But yeah, that's the BMW I'm driving right now. Something a little too realistic in my eyes. God damn. GPS is bugging. Cooked this out of my M4. Y'all seen that? Wow.
Hello, my name is Mark. I'm the spokesperson of BMW Group Classic. If you buy a BMW, in my perspective, you want to drive. You want to feel the drive. You want to have a sheer driving machine. You feel it and you love it and you don't want to stop it because it's so cool. It's always on the edge, but you have to be able to handle it.
Fire, fire, BMW's fire.
3 legendary letters. BMW. A playlist to discover what ultimate driving feels like.
Yeah, we whipping a BMW's whole playlist. And we getting first. Alright, let's get to it. They fixed my car at least on the side. Alright, they did. There's no better driver. I hit the back of it a little bit, but the GPS is bugging. GPS had me going off road for some reason. Niggas out here dying IRL. There we go. CSL BMW, let's go.
Talking about the most favorite car is very difficult because the heritage is so amazing. But if you ask me for my personal opinion, it should be a BMW 3.0 CSL. And it was the very first car, the BMW Motorsport GmbH, tuned for professional racing. In every facet it's very interesting and amazing. It was, for example, the most successful touring car of the 1970s. Was the very first car to wear the famous M stripes. So this is the real starting point of the whole legacy of BMW M. This is such a great heritage and legacy.
You know, Kizzy, if I was rich, probably buy one just for the vintage nostalgia of it.
Let's do this. Eyes up, stay focused, and put in the best possible performance. You've got to live up to this car's reputation. She's a legend, you know. Okay. It's probably something you hear quite a lot at Motorfest, I know, but you gotta believe me. After BMW became popular in the 60s, their cars were more and more used by private motorsport teams, but they still didn't have their own racing division. So they started one in 1972. They called it BMW Motorsport, simply BMW M now. And that was their first car, the 3.0 CSL. And I mean, what a car! First off, she's absolutely stunning. Look at the iconic M colors on her body. Look at her shapes. Look at the perfection of her design. And more importantly, she's so light and powerful, she won 6 consecutive European Championship titles. Yeah. She's the most impressive of her times, and I can't believe how lucky you are to feel her in action on such a beautiful racetrack. Oh, and I'm Anna, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I've been racing professionally for, what, like 10 years now? More if you count the karting when I was a teen.
Locked in right now.
As you may have guessed, I have a soft spot for BMW. That's why I've been asked to host this playlist. I've never raced for them officially, though. But life's long, so who knows?
Oh, now we're on bikes with it?
Here we go. I bet you didn't expect to ride a motorcycle for the second lap, did you? But actually, bikes are a really important part of BMW history. Did you know the first ground vehicle they ever built was actually a motorcycle? It was in 1923.
You see the vibes? You got the Timberlands on?
I know, I sound nerdy right now. You're riding is the S1000RR. It's what we call a superbike. Superbikes are extremely powerful, technologically advanced motorcycles that are relatively light for the speed they can reach. They're designed for both track and road use. And yours is the 2015 edition of the S1000RR. It's still pretty great, as you can see for yourself, but since then, they've released many more powerful editions.
Almost cooked myself on a bike. They probably gonna put us in that other BMW for the third lap. Let's jump. Yeah, this.
Finally,
cool.
the BMW M Hybrid V8. What a beast. Released in 2023, this car has been built for endurance races, such as the 24 Hours of Le Mans, my area of expertise.
Nice with it right now.
An endurance car has to strike the right balance between performance and stability. They must go as fast as possible and yet be able to hold up over time. And the same goes for you. If you're the racer inside the car, you must stay at the top of your game for a very long time, while constantly making strategic choices. But today we're only doing a short race, so never mind that. Just focus on being the best. The Hybrid V8 will do the rest.
Told you we're not getting nothing less than first. Soul playlist.
And that's it for the first glimpse into BMW's history. A real time travel.
No the vibes, no the vibes. M3. M3 vibes.
The BMW 3 Series is the core product of the BMW AG. It's all we are talking about. And the BMW M3 E30 is the peak development of this whole series. If you talk about the sport evolution, it's a very special car. It was much more lighter than the normal BMW M3. It has more horsepower. And it was only available in 2 colors. So these are all aspects which make the car very special.
Red one
Now
took
with
off
the
crazy
M3, we're
fast.
touching on an important part of BMW's history. The 3 Series. The face of the brand. So, as you may know, since the early 70s, BMW has been dividing its models into 8 different series. The 3 is without question the most popular of them all. The one you're driving is the E30. It's the second in this
Hell no,
prestigious
bro.
line.
Red one
And
a
it
little too
instantly
fast.
in 1982. Not just for car enthusiasts, no. But for the mass market as well. They sold over 2 million. That's huge, especially since they weren't cheap. But this car deserved it. Truly did. For sure, it was the most powerful sedan available at the time. So, when BMW Motorsport needed to put a new car on the track, it was obvious they would create one based on the E30 and make it even better. And that's how we got the first M3 ever. We spoke earlier of the success of the 3.0 CSL, but it was nothing compared to what this car achieved. She's simply the most successful touring car in motorsport history. She has more than 1,400 victories. yeah, I promise you. She won everything. Rallying, endurance racing, but also BMW's most beloved tournaments. The DTM, the German Touring Car Championship. The funny story is that BMW
You're not
had to
letting
build
it catch back up, bro.
5,000 street legal cars and sell them to the public just so they could compete. And they did it. But they were skeptical at first because they thought it would never sell. Of course, they were wrong. They've sold 3 times more than expected. Whatever the model, the E30 has left its mark on a generation. She's loved by underground communities for tuning, for drifting, but you can even see her on album covers and rap videos. She's a cultural phenomenon.
You're not letting up at all.
Great run. It's wonderful to see this car taking over the roads of Maui.
M3. M4. Go with it. We got Z4. Let's get it. Red ones always take off mad quick, son.
The Z4. For a few moments, let's put aside vehicles designed for extreme racing and enjoy just driving for the pleasure of driving. Well, I mean, you still have an aggressive opponent in this race, of course. Where's the fun without one? BMW Z models are what we call roadsters. 2-seaters made for relaxing behind the wheel, appreciating the scenery, and the thrill of speed. And look at that. We just have the perfect spot and the perfect weather to enjoy this ride. The only thing you're missing is the wind in your hair. But you are driving a coupe cabriolet, so I guess you could theoretically enjoy the open air if you wanted to. Your car is the
Z4 slots too much.
E89, a very cool model for 2 major reasons. Number 1, it's the very first BMW to have been designed by 2 women, Juliana Blasi for the exterior and Nadia Arnault for the interior. They wanted to break the classic roadster image with a car inspired by the human body, athletic and beautiful, designed for all driving enthusiasts. And number 2, the E89 has indeed been adapted into a real racing car, the famous, beautiful, and successful Z4 GT3. That's an obvious part of my passion for this car. I own the car you're driving. And did I forget to tell you that? I know what you're thinking. It's not as sporty as the others. And that's true. But on weekends, where I'm far away from the races, it's the perfect car for open roads.
Sure, flexing. Definitely cooking a Z4.
The creators described her as an
Almost lost because of it,
expression
too.
freedom. Would you say the same?
Normally I go over that loop B, but I'll do that different time. Where the traffic at? I'm starting to go like Forza. What we driving now? Motorcycle. BMW R1200 GS Adventure. I'm on bikes with it now.
That's what I call a
60-foot
jump.
drop.
I'm glad you survived that one. The descent ahead is more dangerous than it looks.
I got one jump. Oh, you doing tricks out there.
It's for these unique moments that we all like to go off-roading from time to time. I gotta admit, it's not where I'm at my best, but I really wanted to get off the beaten track at least once during this playlist. BMW and off-roading have a strong history. They were famous in the Dakar Rally in the 80s, and they've been building bikes designed for the wilderness ever since. Your ride is one of them. It's an R1200 GS, and at BMW, every bike marked with the GS letters is a bike made for adventure. And adventures, they can happen anywhere, you know? On the edge of the unknown or just down the street from your house. So they need to be prepared for every occasion. They're built for both city riders and budding explorers. Well, to be fair, this one's being prepped by Motorfest, so it's a little more suited for the extreme conditions than the ones you could find in a regular shop. But you see what I mean.
Another diabolical jump. Alright, that was fire. I ain't getting enough hang time to do another backflip.
Another great race. You're not doing too bad.
Smooth, smooth. Alright, 5 miles. in the M4. Nah, for real, we booking it through. I wanted to go get the loot so bad, but it's all good. I was looking at the palm trees. My fault. I almost cleared it too. Almost missed the time. Let's get it. Where we in? M4 CSL? I didn't even know they had a CSL version of an M4. That job clean though.
Look at that lineup. We're up against BMW's finest, a collection of some of the latest M models. See that white car? That's an M8, a 625 horsepower monster made for everyday use. And the dark gray one over there? An M5 CS. We'll talk about her later, but let's just say that this series has been producing missiles since the 70s and is not about to stop. The other ones are M2s and M4s. They come from series born in 2013 and 2014. Racing them is gonna be tough. The road is narrow, with a lot of sharp bends and not many places to accelerate. Overtaking here is a challenge. You have to use the occasional straights with guts and confidence. Clearly my kind of track.
We about to smoke that mate.
To give you a fair chance of winning, we put you behind the wheel of the fastest production car BMW has ever made, the M4 CSL. Yeah, you heard me, a CSL. BMW only made 3 of these in 50 years. The first one was the 3.0 you drove earlier, and this is the third. And to make it even more prestigious, you can even notice a special emblem on her body celebrating BMW M's 50th anniversary.
Prestigious.
So the real question is, does she live up to the CSL legacy? Well, she hits 200 kilometers per hour in only 10 seconds and holds the BMW record on the famous Nürburgring circuit. What more is there to say? You better win with a car like that.
Of course. There's no way I'm losing anyway. smooth on a turn. At it.
CSL, competition, sport, and lightweight. I hope you felt that DNA at every turn.
I smoked that car a little bit though. I ate vibes. Just us and an I roadster.
Okay, be careful. This outrun requires your utmost concentration. One mistake or two, and you're sure to lose. Stay sharp.
Never losing.
I won't distract you too much, but I still gotta talk about that spaceship you're driving. Yeah, I'm sorry to call it that, but I'm sure you were thinking the same thing. And hey, I don't mean it in a bad way. I love the way she looks.
They got good handling though.
The BMW
Compared to the
i8
other
is a car that stands out from the crowd. It's actually hard to believe she's indeed a production car and not just a concept. Like, it's crazy how futuristic she looks, even though she was revealed more than 10 years ago. The contrast of her colors highlights all her curves. And there's something about the way she's shaped that makes her intriguing and elegant at the same time. I'm glad the sun hasn't fully risen yet, because I find her even more beautiful at night. Those U-shaped taillights give her so much personality.
You locked in right now. Nah, I been fire though. Especially the blue ones. Scrape the I-8. That was smooth as hell.
Wondering what's the story behind that car? Well, it all goes back to the early 2010s when BMW i was created to develop a range of electric and hybrid vehicles within the brand. Only two models came out of it, the compact i3 and the i8, the sports car you're driving.
Smoke the same side I hit in the tunnel.
There were never any others because they updated their strategy. Rather than creating a separate lineup, they now implement their technologies into their main series. A smart move, I guess. But I would have loved to see more cars like this one.
Not gonna lie, I had to cut the corner on that one.
Wouldn't outrun you.
I-8's hybrids too. Right? Or is it just all electric? No, it's not electric. I think they do got a hybrid option. Take gas and electric. Nah, but for real though, if I could get an i8, I would. Probably all black though. Boy, fast as hell. They got me going on the dirt. Smacking cactuses. Pause. Got a BMW looking crazy. M5 CS. Let's get it.
BMW M is a sort of brand shaper for the whole BMW AG, because the image and the reputation BMW M has created is always related to sportiness and to peak performance. One of the hugest separations between maybe other manufacturers is the fact that a BMW is always sporty. The customer expects a sort of sportiness. He wants to drive it, he wants to feel the passion behind the wheel. And this is BMW.
Bro said this is BMW. It's not Mercedes. Alright, let's get it. With an M5 CS.
Get ready. The weather is perfect for going on a long road trip. We're putting 3 BMW MCS to the test over very long distances, and it's your job to drive them one after the other. You remember what CS means? It's competition sport. The sportiest editions of BMW M.
Get the horn and action.
As you can see, we didn't even bother to close the roads, so you'll have to deal with the traffic. But you have no trouble dodging it, right?
Got nitrous. gotta keep the lead for the whole race. Driving skills on point. Get out of here.
That wasn't an easy start, but you managed it like a pro. You've probably recognized the car you're driving. It's the M5 F90 CS, the one you went up against a bit earlier. The 5 Series is the oldest in the history of BMW. Not
There's
the
no way I
oldest car,
could
of
lose.
course, but the first series they launched when they started this classification in the 70s. It's just crazy how much power there is in a car like that. She weighs almost 2 tons, and she's over 5 meters long, and in spite of that, she has 635 horsepower and can reach 100 kilometers per hour in only 3 seconds. For a sedan? Wow. Like, imagine taking your kids to school with this. The temptation to step on the gas is way too strong. It might be too dangerous for your own good. However, her design is, well, let's just say it's not my favorite, but I see why people love it. It's just not sporty enough for my taste. But I must admit, I love the golden bronze color they added to the rims and front grille. That's her signature. It's so cool.
We're in an M3 now.
And now we have an M3 G80 CS from 2023. We've come a long way since the E30.
E30's goated. No, E36.
Don't you think it looks a lot like the
E46,
M4
yeah.
CSL? On the front end, mostly. Well, that's normal. Actually, the 3 and 4 series share the same engine and chassis base. Before 2014, the 3 series models were released in a large number of variations. Ugh, like too many variations. So ultimately, they decided to make things clearer. On the one side, there's the 3 series with sedans and estate cars, and on the other, the 4 series with coupes and cabriolets. And that's the main difference between the two.
Like a time trial at this point.
What do you think about her design? Personally,
No game.
I love how aggressive she looks. The size of the double kidney grille divides BMW fans, but I think it gives her so much character.
BMW grills keep getting bigger and bigger. Exhaust, turbo whistling. Quite the color. The green's pretty fire. It's like a lime neon. I'm 14 seconds ahead. smooth with it. Way too smooth with it. All these mountain turns. I don't think I hit a wall not once this whole race. Got me on one of them canyon races from Need for Speed Cars. Okay, you're in an M2.
And finally, the icing on the cake. The brand new M2 G87 CS from 2025. And you can try her here exclusively for the first time. BMW are so proud of her that they regard her as part of the BMW 2002 Turbo Heritage, and that's one of the most beloved cars of the 70s. So, does she deserve this honorific comparison? I'll let you drive her for a bit, before giving my opinion.
Alright. Handling is nice. Once I hit dirt though, handling goes down the drain. Yo, is it me or it looks like a Lexus from the side? I feel like a Lexus. It's fast as hell. Can't complain about the speed. Locked in with it. Too locked in. Too clean. That's too clean. Sun is in my eyes. Nice little sunset though. Yeah, no, I love the handling on this one. It's only when it hit like dirt or something when the handling is bad. Like, going to keep it on the road, the handling is fire.
Look how fast she can go. She's obviously the fastest M2 ever. But what I love most about her is her uncompromising design. People will be divided just like the M3 and M4, but I'm a fan. I mean, look at this. It's her production form, and it already looks like a professional tuner has fitted her with one of the coolest kits around. It's probably too soon to say, but I think she's my fave. Among the three of them, of course. I think it's simply more fun to drive.
Yeah, we smoked the competition. We got 22 seconds in the M2. This race was long as hell, actually.
That was BMW M2CS.
Had to put on the show at the end,
in the
right?
making.
That exhaust, that turbo setup's crazy. Insane. Oh. That's the thing down. We off the road in the beam. Damn, what place is that? I heard that pop. That was close. Alright, we off the ledge with it. Off-road shortcut real quick. Get back to that container. The anti-lag setup is crazy. Too nice. And it ended. That's crazy. Alright. Sun bright as hell. buy you some. No, I'm definitely whipping the M4. Nice M4. Really nice with the M4. Goddamn. How deep is the water? Oh, that's a mad deep. Alright, pause. That shit is telling me to go under the bridge. GPS walking a little bit. I thought it was shallow water. Let's see what the reward car is. What the hell is that? They should give me the M2. But I guess a 3.0 CSL is cool. And the signature stripes of BMW. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. Alright, you guys. We're gonna end the video there. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back on the Cool Motorfest next time they bring a another update or another playlist. Bow. TaiquanGaming out. Hit that notification bell. Don't forget.